Hello friends. So today is the 29th of April and I am on my way to my hometown, which is Goalpara, to celebrate my son's rice eating ceremony. I mean, it was just like yesterday that he was born and now we are already celebrating his 8th month of being into the world. Time passes in amazing speed, right? Today I'm also using a different device to capture my videos. So I am using the latest and greatest from Xiaomi, the Xiaomi 12 Pro, which comes with the best in class IMX707, which is so good for nighttime photography. And you will get to see, you have already seen, right, the kind of quality that I am able to capture. So here you can see some nighttime shots that I have taken outside Bangalore airport, and I was extremely amazed by the kind of quality I was able to get. And we have seen some video footage, right? And over this series I will be bringing out some more amazing footage captured by this amazing IMX707. Now this series will mainly cover my hometown, the place that is the closest to my heart, Goalpara. So when you start from Guwahati towards Goalpara, the roads themselves are so mesmerizing that you will just want to experience the road again and again. And I am currently over 30 years old, and this is actually the first time in my life that I have actually started to explore how rich my own hometown is. I mean, I've been searching for a good location across the nooks and corners of the country, but I have not even scratched the surface of how beautiful my own town and own district is. So I would be trying to cover as much of Goalpara in this trip as well as in future whenever I come to home. So this is the view from my room in our house, and just look at the heavy downpour that happened just after I entered our house, right? So it seemed like a happy welcome to a long lost soul of the home. Now the first place I would always go to after reaching Goalpara is Pancharatna Ghat. So I was accompanied by Borda, who is our eldest cousin, and he knows that I love waterfalls, and he said that the new waterfall has cropped up because of the monsoon rains near Pancharatna Ghat. This is where we are going towards now. And we have a very funny history with Borda on waterfalls. So it was a couple of years back, me and Nihal, we went to visit him in his room in Dudhnoi. He said that there is this great waterfall near Meghalaya border that he has found. So he set out early morning towards this waterfall with everything packed so that we can have a hearty picnic there. It was, I think, 4-5 hours that we drove across these worst roads, and even after that we couldn't find no trace of the waterfall. Finally, after spending the entire day, we returned to his room and then cooked up something to eat up. And this is the same thing that has happened. As you can see, it was no waterfall but a tiny little streamlet which was not even good enough for one to drink. But hey, don't lose hope. We have visited multiple waterfalls going forward, and you would see much bigger waterfalls. Now after that waterfall visit, we straight away went to Pancharatna Ghat. And yeah, the ghat was not the same the way I left it last time. There were these huge ships and carrying vessels at the ghat. And by the way, just to tell you, Goalpara in its infrastructure is developing by leaps and bounds. There are so many projects that make me actually happy to some extent that a town is developing. So a new bridge is coming up. So the previous bridge, which was one of the largest in the country, and another new one is being built just beside it. Just look at the size of these, what are these called? Anchors, right? Huge anchors. It's the first time that I'm seeing something as big as these. So this is what the ghat looks like now. And this again is that track of the most beautiful part of the road in Goalpara. These are the hills of Pancharatna that you can see behind, right in front of us. That's my Honda Dio that is still surviving. Gutlu is driving it on a day-to-day basis, because of which it's surviving. And that's the Pancharatna bridge that you can see, the Naranarayan Setu. And just beside Naranarayan Setu, the new bridge is coming up. And because of that bridge, all these huge heavy equipments are being brought to Goalpara. And for that, the Ghat has again got a new lease of life. So all these that you can see here are my cousins. So I have actually lost count of how many cousins I have. So we are all first cousins here. And look at the way the car has been filled to the brim. And this made us recall the movie Bhagam Bhag, right? So after the last incident with the waterfall, we got a new source of information for us. So this time we are going to a spot that was highlighted by one of my youngest cousins, who is Gutlu. So this is again very close to my home. So it's around 20 minutes right from my home if I count. And the place is very near to Solmari. Again, the road leading to that location is again just wow. As I was driving towards that waterfall, I was just thinking how silly have I been that I was not able to find all these places when I had spent so many years of my life at home. There we have the entire Pulton. So as you can see, we have 3 cars and all are filled to the brim with cousins. You can imagine, right? The count would have exceeded 20. I am yet to count how many of us were there. So this is the kind of huge family that I am having. And I have not even included half of the count of cousins that we have in total. And just like I said, each and every turn that we are passing just revealed more and more of beauty that my hometown held hidden from me. So finally we reached the all-famous Solmari waterfall of Goalpara town. So yes, that's where we parked our car, and you can see right in front of us the waterfall. Because of some experiences of the recent past, I was still not convinced that this was a good waterfall that we had finally arrived at, because the stream of water you can see in front of me is not that big. But soon you would be seeing that no, it's not the case, and we have finally arrived at a proper waterfall. So there was this well nearby, and we were all thirsty. So we went ahead and had some refreshing mountain water from a well, of course. Soon we would be getting even more purer water. You would see. Just wait and see. So from the place where we parked our car, there was this tiny little trek that we had to do to reach the main source of water. And yeah, it was a very tiny trek. I think hardly 100 or 200 meters. And by the time I reached even half of the trek, I was already into my dreams of bathing in a waterfall again. তুমি ভিজাই দাও এগুলারে ভিজাই দাও তুমি ভিজা দাও 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 ভিজা 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 আরেকটা ওয়াটারফল So after the refreshing bath in the chilled mountain waters, we returned जाने का बारी. But हाँ मतलब I have never even imagined कि right inside Goalpara town I could find such a big waterfall. So this is becoming my go-to place for each and every time I visit my home. I mean, why will I even skip it if I even have like 2 hours on my hands, right? Skip करने का कोई मतलब ही नहीं है. So now again time to leave this place. So at home now every day we were doing these barbecue sessions where we were burning a lot of wood. So on the way back to our home we could see these huge piles of wood outside each and every village house, right? I wanted to lay my hands on some quick wood, so on our way back, I straight away went inside a house and asked if they were willing to sell some of their wood. But yeah, the people were really good. I mean, if I wanted, I could have bought, but then what they told was that because of the torrential rains that we have been having over the last few days, everything was completely wet and these would not have burned. So she honestly said that it's better not to buy these. So I also checked the wood by going close to it and then scratching it a bit, and yeah, it was actually wet. So unfortunately, we couldn't buy any wood that day. So long before the bubble toys that you so easily and so cheaply find across in the market, we had this natural bubble toys. So this is the leaf of a plant that we used to call veranda leaves. So from these plants, if we just tear the stem of the leaf a bit and then make a loop, we can easily make some quick bubbles. And this is something that we played a lot during our childhood. ये है निहाल, ये है कच्चा खिलाड़ी का खेल. देखो क्या करके आया गाड़ी में. नीचे देखे जाओ एक बार देखे और इधर है पक्का खिलाड़ी ने जैसे गाड़ी चलाया, स्पॉटलेस कंडीशन में लेके आया. So after spending a couple of hours at that serene location beside the waterfall and having a hearty and fresh bath, we started back on our route to our home. But on the way, we did stop at our nursery, my uncle's nursery. So this is what has happened, the latest attraction in the nursery now. So there are these tiny ponds of water that has formed across the paddy fields around our nursery, and my uncle has brought this tiny boat and has placed it in one of the ponds, and you can see all these local kids would flock around and then would wait for their timing so that they can get a ride in the pond. So just look at this kid using all these efforts to have a very hearty time with his friends. I spent a lot of time, I think half an hour I was just lying beside that pond and watching them play. So I'm closing the first part of the video for now. It has become almost 20 minutes. I would be posting at least a couple of more videos of the sites, various other sites in Goalpara that I was able to discover this time, and a lot more exciting videos are coming up for you. So please stay tuned, please subscribe, please do share your love. It means a lot to me. Thank you.